Hey, I have called you 3 times in a days. Why don't you answer my call? You even ignore my texts.
Hi, Mom.
Why are you so being rushed? It is 9 p.m. I haven't got contacted you for all day.
Mom, I am not just staying at home and wait for your call. I have to work. My day is so hectic, I have handled a lot of things at work. I haven't touched my phone until now.
You are never so busy like this before. Don't you want to talk with you, Mother?
What? Are you serious, Mom? I am telling the truth. Due to the mass layoffs, my company's employees is cut down to half. And my boss made me work so much. You should feel lucky that your child is not unemployed.
Okay, whatever. Do you miss something, Tracy?
Miss what? I don't get it.
Okay, let me help you remember. Last week, you promised to give another $500. But till this week, I have not got any penny yet. I checked my bank account, but there was nothing wrong.
Oh, I forget it.
You forget? You did that on purpose?
No, Mom, I am so busy. And that's why I forget that money. But Mom, you don't have to talk to me like that. As if you are forcing me to give you money. I have been giving you $1,000 a month for 5 years. Just because I forget once doesn't mean I deserve to be treated like a debtor.
I don't care. I even didn't say anything about that you gave me $500 as a half of total money last week. Though I was so angry, I tried to be nice. You should respect that.
What? I don't believe what I'm hearing. For 5 years, I always give you $1,000 right after I get salary. But this month, my company's financial condition is affected by the economic. And employees' income is cut down.
I don't care about your company. You should have found another job to earn more money.
Mom, I spend 18 hours at office. How could I do something else? I don't even have time to relax.
Whatever. Make sure you send me that $500 by the end of the day. I mean it, I want to see that money in my account by the end of the day. No excuses. If the money isn't in my account by the end of the day, let's just say that you are really going to regret it. Do you understand me?
Excuse me? What are you talking?
Are you illiterate? Send the money first and call me the second that you do it. Got it?
Hold on, Mom. I just want to ask a couple questions. Why do you need $500 all of a sudden? I already sent you money $500. This amount is quite okay to live in countryside in a couple of weeks. And I am sure you can save up some money monthly. With $500 and the saving account, I think you don't need to scold me like that. Don't tell me that you spent it all already.
What are you talking about? You expect me to live off that measly sum? Besides, I'm your mother, you'll do as I say now. I don't want to hear any more back talk or questions from you. Got it? Just hurry up and send me my money.
Hold on just a second. I'm not done. There is no way that the $1,000 I send to you every month wasn't enough. Where did all of it go? What did you spend it on? Don't tell me you went out on another spur-of-the-moment shopping spree again? Mom, I am serious. You have to be more careful with your money. You can't just spend it all on frivolous things. You have to budget it.
Excuse me? Are you trying to tell your own mother how she should live her life? And do you really think you know my expenses better than I do? When I tell you that $1,000 a month isn't enough, I mean it. How dare you even suggest? You must be a really stupid girl. You know that money wouldn't even be enough for me to live on if I pinched every penny and went to bed hungry.
Mom, there is no way that can be true.
What are you even talking about trying to pretend like a measly $1,000 a month would ever be enough for me? I barely have enough to get by now. Is that what you want, Tracy? You want your poor old mother to wither away in poverty.
Oh my goodness! What are you even talking about right now? You were the one who asked me to send you that much a month in the first place. Why are you complaining about when I send the amount you asked for? You told me that you were struggling to get by just on the money from your part-time job. And you came to me for help. You know what? I'm not way rich, but I worked and still work hard to make sure I earned that extra 1,000 to send to you. But if that isn't enough, then I think it is finally time that you went out and found a full-time job. You told me to search for another job to get you money, but why the one should look for is you?
I cannot believe this is any way to be talking to your mother. I can't believe you're my daughter. I certainly don't like you talking as if I should be grateful for being given these meager table scraps to live on. Stop being so full of yourself. I mean, don't you have any sense of shame? Your little brother sends me far more than you do in a month. You're the older sibling. It is time you learned some responsibility for once in your life.
Wait! What did you just say? Peter sends you the money, too? Is that what you are saying right now? When did this start? But Peter is just a fresher at university.
Oh, he hasn't told you that? He has recently landed a job. A really, really good one. He works for an international company.
What? 10,000?
Don't be so surprised. Unlike you, he is so smart and talented. That salary is equivalent to his ability.
What? Are you sure about that?
Of course, it's all agreed to and the papers have been signed. It's official. I am so proud of him. He will be making so much money, especially more than you. I have told him to give $3,000 and he said yes without hesitation.
What? Are you serious? Well, I mean, this salary is so impressive. Congratulations to him.
What? Why are you so happy? Aren't you ashamed for losing to your little brother? Aren't you embarrassed he is getting the better job even though he is younger than you? He is about to go into his position making far more than you ever have. Doesn't that upset you? You should be so upset that you should want to send me even more money.
What do you mean? You mean you want me to send you more money than Peter?
That's right. The least thing you could do to save some face is send me at least $3,000 more a month. That much should be obvious if your little brother can do it. The older sibling should be able to manage that.
What? Are you serious? No way, that is not even in the realm of possibility right now. You want me to send you an additional $3,000 on top of the $1,000 that I am already sending to you monthly? There is no way I could afford something like that. I think you are literally out of your mind now. You just want nothing but the money from your child.
So, you are going to give up and let your brother win so easily?
Are you telling me that you are refusing to even work as hard as him? You care about your mom so little that you would rather be lazy and take the easy way out. Hey, didn't you remember? You also praised me a lot when I landed my current job. But let's see what's now. You even don't want to have a daughter like me. That's so ridiculous. You are the one to embrace all the benefits.
What? Watch your mouth! You are talking to your own mother. Money is just the way to pay back your mother for all her hard work. You owe everything to me. So what if your mother has expensive tastes? The least you can do is make sure that she is living the life she wants. And I don't need you to teach me how to use money.
Mom, you are twisting my words. I have limits and living your lifestyle isn't realistic. I don't think you should be seeing the money I send you with some kind of fund to keep up your shopping. It is meant to help you pay for essential items.
Stop it! You should have offered to send me more money from the start. You should be eager to pay me more. Not only do you not do that though, but you barely even send me enough to get by. Do you hate me that much? 1,000 a month is nothing. How dare you even imply that it's difficult for you or that I should be happy with what I have?
Mom, there is no need to say any of those mean things. I don't understand why you always get like this. Families shouldn't treat each other this way. I am working hard every day to help you, and this is the way you talk to me? It really hurts my feelings when you talk to me like this.
Why do you think I would care about your feelings? You are an adult and it is your turn to take care of your mother. Not the other way around!
I am sorry, but I just cannot take any more of this. I have had enough. I won't be sending you more money. In fact, I won't be sending you any more money at all. I try so much and this is all I get in return? Well, I don't think I want to give you any more money at all. You've never once thanked me for sending you money in these past 5 years. That is not just money but my hard-working hours or even tears and sweats.
Okay, I don't need any penny from you. You are a failure as my daughter. You couldn't even take care of your poor mother when all she wanted was to live comfortably. Never talk to me again. Never call me your mother. Tracy, you have to answer my call right now. It is an emergency.
What? What's wrong?
Thanks God. You finally call back.
I mean, what emergency?
You need to send me allowance money.
What? Is that an emergency? Are you kidding me? 2 months ago, you started the call with money. And now money again. Can't believe it. You have already said you never want to have a daughter like me. So why you call me for money now?
Your poor brother. The company rescinded his job offer. Can you believe it? They told him that the economy was too bad and they couldn't afford to hire him anymore. I can't believe he finally landed himself an amazing job. But now it's all gone. It's just not fair. Peter called me yesterday. He was so upset. He's worked so hard for his job and they took it from him with a ridiculous reason. You do realize what this means, right? It means I won't be getting my $3,000 a month. It's all ruined. Tracy, you've always been such a nice girl. I know you always care about me. You could never leave me in a position like this. Can you please think of your dear old mother and send me my $1,000 a month again?
What? Are you crazy? I am not going to be sending you any more money. You aren't going to be getting a cent out of me.
What do you mean?
I think we already settled this matter earlier. I have nothing left to say to you and I am busy with work.
Wait! Tracy! You can't do this to me. Please think of your mother. Think of your poor little brother. Are you really just going to abandon us?
I told you that I want you out of my life. Why would I take care of someone whom I want nothing to do with ever again?
But we can make all this up and go back to how we used to be. You can't really be serious about all of that, right? You can't be serious about never talking to your own mother ever again, right?
I am serious, Mom. No, I have to say the woman used to be my mom.
Come on, Tracy. You'd be so cruel. Isn't going to change my mind?
It is far too late for that. I will finally get to be free of you.
Tracy, don't you want to pay me back? Is that normal when children take care of their parents? It was me who raised you to all by myself. You don't know how much I sacrificed for you. You never know how I always worked to support you.
It is the parents' job to raise their children. That is how these things work. It is up to the parents to love and support their children and make sure they grow up in a happy environment. And then when children are older, it is up to the kids to choose to repay their parents for that. But don't you think it is pretty messed up as a parent to try and make that kind of repayment and obligation they can't get out of?
What kind of nonsense? Where did you hear all that dribble from?
Yes, I am sure that for most parents it is difficult, and I am sure that they work very hard. But what about you, Mom? I seem to recall you were always leaving me to my lonesome or pushing me aside. When I got sick, what did you do? Nothing. You just made me feel like a burden the whole time.
Really? Is that how it happened? That's not what I remember.
It was Mom.
Wait. Tracy, please. Why are you so cruel? It's not like I wanted to come crawling back and ask this of you, you know? It is just that because poor little Peter's job offer was cancelled, I have no other choice but putting aside all this silly squabbling about the past and work together as a family.
Family? You never gave what a real family have. Let me tell you this. Actually, Peter has got fired.
What?
I told him the whole story. I told him how greedy and selfish you are. I also warned him against being made use of like me.
What the hell did you do?
Yeah, and consequently, he realized everything about you, your real self. Now, you have no allowance money resource. I have to make it all.
Tracy!
That is what you deserve, Mom. I have moved to a new address, changed my phone number, and settled in to enjoy living on my own. I even went so far as to ask the rest of my relatives to understand and respect my decision. As for my mom, I hear that even while we were talking, she was always pestering our relatives for money. When I told them what I had done, they all supported me and said that I had made the right decision in leaving behind my mom. I hear that my mom had to beg for loans from relatives and is working several part-time jobs now in order to pay back what she owes. She should have worked more before. She should know that the money is not easily earned. But now, I don't care. My life has turned over a new leaf. I will definitely enjoy it.
Hey, I noticed that you recently made a call. Was it something significant this time? Listen, I'm swamped with work at the moment. I can't spare time for every minor phone conversation. It had better hold significance.
No, it's not particularly significant. I simply wanted to inquire about your well-being. You've been putting in so much effort, and I can imagine it's having an impact on you.
I have a lot going on at the moment.
Yeah? And, what are you doing?
I'm just occupied, Hari.
Just busy, huh?
What would you like me to say? Even messaging you at the moment is distracting me from my work. Every interruption hampers my concentration.
Well, I apologize, but it seems like we rarely have conversations these days. Is there a more suitable time for me to reach out and have a call with you? When will you be finished with work today?
I won't be available to reconnect tonight as I'll be working late, possibly past midnight. You need to understand the challenges I'm facing, Hari.
All right, how about your day off? Can we connect on Saturday or Sunday?
I'm not sure if I'll be available on the weekend. I'll inform you once I know, all right?
You don't know?
You seem frustrated with my persistence. I apologize if it bothers you. I will wait for you to let me know when you have more information.
I apologize, Tom. I just wanted to express my desire for more conversation. It would be nice if we could find time to talk.
All right. Please inform me when you have the information. Goodbye. Hari, I have something important to discuss with you.
Oh, Tom. Hello. Yes, absolutely. What's on your mind?
I've been reflecting quite a bit recently about our relationship, our circumstances, and everything in between.
Yeah, and?
To be honest, I've been experiencing uncertainties about our relationship for some time now.
Doubts? What kind of doubts?
What I mean is that I've been questioning whether we are truly compatible and if our relationship has a strong foundation for the future.
What? This came out of nowhere. Why didn't you tell me you were having these feelings before? We could have talked about it in person when we were still living together. Regardless of the challenges we may be facing, I believe that we can overcome them together. I have faith in our ability to work through any issues and find a resolution.
Hurry! I want a divorce!
A divorce?
Yes, I believe it would be in our best interest. I have dedicated considerable time and thought to this matter, and reaching this decision has been far from easy.
Okay then. That's fine.
Excuse me.
I wonder where we would do it. I guess at the city hall, right? That's usually where you do these sorts of things. Given our current situation being apart, it might be more efficient to expedite the process by submitting the necessary forms remotely. Yeah, that's right. If we both just send the form in, we can do this without even having to meet, right? That would be the best way.
Hurry! You did hear what I said, right?
Yeah. You want a divorce. I heard you.
Why are you suddenly so enthusiastic about this? Have you actually taken the time to consider the implications and consequences of this decision? I know I came to this decision after a long time, but it seems like you're totally fine with it.
It's what you want, isn't it? I respect that. If it's what you want, then there's no other choice, right?
Well, I know, but still. I'm just surprised about how okay with it you are. Like, no part of you wants to try and persuade me to change my mind? Remember, we're a married couple. You can't make such a hasty decision without proper consideration and discussion.
I don't get it. You said let's get a divorce, and I was just trying to honor your decision. I completely accept it. What's so strange about that? Haha.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong then.
Great. Alright, let's begin by handling the necessary paperwork. I'll take care of my part, and you can do the same on your end.
Ah, okay. Are you sure it's okay? You don't want to hear what I have to say first?
No, you don't need to explain it, I get it. This is what you want, so it's best to get it moving without dwelling on it for too long.
Yeah, but hurry, you haven't worked for a couple of years, right? Are you really gonna be okay? Like, money-wise and everything? I just want to check that side of it at least.
Oh, I have some savings. And I should be able to return to my old company. I'll have to ask them, but I'm sure it'll be okay.
So, are you telling me that you've already been planning for this? It's like you knew it was gonna happen.
It's always smart to be prepared for these kinds of things, you know? That way I don't run into any big trouble. Also, it makes everything smoother for you too, right?
Well, I guess so, but I'm kinda having second thoughts after talking about this with you.
Oh. Don't worry about me. It's really fine. I'm not gonna hold you back from doing what you want. Go for it.
Hurry! Don't you think you're reacting to this a bit strangely? Like, it almost seems as if you're kind of excited or something. Were you waiting for me to bring this up?
Yeah, of course I'm kind of excited.
Ah!
Tom, I get it. You've probably wanted a divorce for a while. I'm fine with giving you what you want. Anyway, I'll get all those documents and send them right over. Time is of the essence.
Okay! Hurry, what's going on? Just to let you know, I haven't submitted the papers for the divorce. I thought we could still talk about it, but it seems like my parents already know about this somehow. Do you have any idea how they found out about that?
Oh, of course they know. I submitted the papers myself. After that, I let them know what was going on.
What? Don't you think you should have run that past me before you talked to my parents? And I didn't fill anything out. You can't just submit one side of the papers for this type of thing, can you?
Oh, right. I remember that intense argument we had a few months ago when you were visiting. It was during that time that you completed your portion of the paperwork. You even said that if things get bad, they're ready to submit. So I just used those ones. I hope that's okay.
Okay? What the hell, Hari? Those papers weren't supposed to be submitted without my permission. What's gonna happen now? Are we really getting divorced?
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Why would you do something like that behind my back?
What do you mean? I simply handed in the paperwork that you had already completed. Naturally, I also completed my portion of the forms. And I don't get why you're so confused. You were the one who brought it up in the first place. Were you not being serious when you said that?
Well, I was the one who brought it up, but I didn't actually expect it to progress this swiftly. I thought there was a possibility for us to have a discussion and find a compromise, but you took action without considering that.
I assumed that was your intention. And I had to tell your parents. They've looked after me so much over the years, so I really owed it to them to at least let them know. Can you imagine not telling them? Haha.
If we were ready to get divorced then, yeah, I think we would need to talk to them too. But I didn't believe we had reached that stage yet. Why did you accelerate the situation by taking such action?
What purpose does waiting serve if we have both reached an agreement on the matter? Is it not true that endlessly deliberating and contemplating over a matter is a significant squandering of time?
What the hell, Hari? Why'd you have to tell them? Now it's gonna be near impossible to give them a reasonable explanation when we get back together.
Get back together?
Yeah, and we will. We just need to continue working on our differences and we'll be fine. I know it.
Oh, but Tom, it's far too late for that. Oh, Tom, but it's too late for such considerations now. Besides, your parents appeared quite receptive to the idea. When I informed them, they even inquired if I was planning to tie the knot. Can you believe it? Haha. They said they were rooting for me to find someone good after the two of us didn't work out. You do have really kind parents, Tom.
My parents said that? Are you serious? Oh my goodness, Hari. How did everything escalate so quickly? I never even had the intention of seeking a divorce. I know I might have said it once or twice in the past, but at the end of the day, it's not something I want.
Oh yeah. Then why would you say it?
Okay, I'll level with you, but promise not to judge me, okay?
No judgment over here. Go ahead.
Well, to tell you the truth, there's a lot of single guys at my company right now. You see, after hiring season, 3 new guys just started. We go out for beers and they talk about their single life and I felt a bit jealous. They're all in their 20s fresh out of university, living the life. There's this guy named Jake, and he's quite an interesting individual. He's really into fitness, drives a pickup truck, and has a whole lot going on. So, one night, I went out with Jake, and we started having a conversation. During our conversation, Jake mentioned that one of the girls in our office has feelings for me. Let me clarify, I would never entertain the thought of cheating, but I must admit, the idea left me feeling quite perplexed. I couldn't help but wonder how a stunning woman in her 20s would be interested in someone like me, a salesman in his mid-30s.
What does this have to do with anything?
Hold on, I'll get to it. Anyway, this girl actually joins me and Jake at the bar. We start having drinks, things are going well, and then Jake tells me something.
What did he say?
He casually mentioned, Tom, imagine the kind of attention you'd get if you were single. You'd be a hit out here, or something along those lines.
God. How pathetic. Getting swooned by compliments from a 20-year-old, huh?
I didn't even get to the most important part yet. That female coworker was coming onto me, like, hard. But I said no, I'm married. I thought of you, Hari. I thought of everything we've been through. I thought I would never give that up for some stupid fling. So, that's the only reason why I said those things. I was just getting carried away in the moment, caught up in my youthful mindset. It was just a foolish illusion. I was paying too much attention to my coworkers' opinions when I should have been trusting my own judgment. But I've snapped out of it now. I'm here for you, and I want to make this work.
Oh, isn't that a sweet story? It doesn't seem like you're all that committed if you're getting all jealous of your single work buddies. And sharing that your coworker was showing interest in you didn't exactly boost my confidence in our relationship.
Hari, that's what I'm saying. Even with all that, I didn't budge. I'd never do that to you, can trust me.
Sorry, Tom, it doesn't matter. I've already filed the paperwork. The process has started.
Hari, listen. I didn't mean to say we should get divorced. I'm sorry for making you think that. And I'm sorry for writing up the divorce papers that time. I never meant to send them off. I just felt in the moment I should have them ready, just in case.
Hari, I'm sorry. You've got to take back the divorce papers that you sent.
Any way you can, try to stop the process. We can still work this out, I know it.
Like I said, it's too late. Besides, I know what you did.
Huh? What are you saying?
I know about the other woman, Tom. And I know that you can't go back to her anymore, so. You came back to me. Haha. Not the smartest play in the book.
What? Are you kidding me? What other woman are you talking about? This is some kind of sick misunderstanding. Hari! Tell me what you heard. I'll just prove it.
It's true, Tom. I know it. I have sources.
Sources? Who the hell would start that kind of vicious rumor about me? Tell me, who was it?
Just sources. Anyway, the woman you were seeing apparently got pregnant. With your kid. Oh yeah, and she's married. Then, when she came to you with the news, you ran away, avoiding all responsibility. A real class act if I do say so myself.
You've got it twisted. That's not even close to the real story. None of that was my fault.
Not your fault? So you're admitting to it?
Listen, I may have made some mistakes in the past, but those things are not relevant anymore. If you really knew the whole story, I know you would side with me on this. Honestly, it's nothing but a big misunderstanding. I love you, Hari. I can make it better, I promise. You still love me too, right?
I don't really feel anything anymore.
What? How could you say that after all we've been through?
Oh, Tom, the past is the past. Why does it matter anymore? But now that I know what went down, I'm actually glad I found out who you really are. Just think about what would have happened if I had continued pretending that everything was fine. I'm actually relieved that I found out the truth.
Seriously, Hari. Who told you these baseless rumors? Oh! I texted Caitlin. God damn it! How did you get her number?
Remember when I used your phone to make a call outside the restaurant we visited? It wasn't hard to open a few texts and see the whole story.
God! You were out there for a while.
So, after discovering that you got Caitlin pregnant and attempted to sever ties with her, I realized I had to uncover the truth.
Hari, do not trust that woman. She was crazy about me. She wouldn't stop calling me. She was obsessed.
Haha. Oh yeah. Well, I got her number from your phone and started texting her myself. Initially, when she discovered my identity, she adopted a more guarded stance. It seemed like she genuinely had feelings for you. She expressed her intention to snatch you away from me, proclaiming that she would leave me with nothing.
And you listen to her? She's crazy.
Hold on, hold on. I'm not even at the good part yet. After she tried to threaten me with that, I told her that I knew about the whole pregnancy thing involving you. She almost immediately changed her tone and started apologizing and begging me not to tell her husband.
So, what did you do?
Oh, wouldn't you love to know? Well, I had to track down her husband, Jack Trainer. After that, I told him the whole story.
No way! How in the hell did you track down her husband?
A friend of mine referred me to a private investigator. They were able to track down Caitlin's husband quite easily.
Okay, fine. I admit there was some foul play, but why would you go and hire an investigator? How are you going to pay for all this? The cost of hiring one of them is not cheap. There's no way you can get divorced with me now. I'm all you've got.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm probably going to sell the house. Your parents have already agreed to transfer the ownership to me. Remember? It was actually them who footed the bill in the first place. Quite a generous gesture for their eldest son and his newlywed wife.
Hold on! My parents gave you our house.
Almost. Well, they're in the process of going over the paperwork now.
There's no way! I'm calling them as soon as I can. I've got to stop this.
I have to say, they were not very happy about your little affair with Caitlin. I wouldn't count on convincing them to change their mind.
Hari, you can't do this. That house is all I have.
Besides, I'm not gonna be in Pittsburgh much longer. I'll have nowhere to stay if I come back. You should have thought about that before you went and got a married woman pregnant and threatened to divorce your actual wife. You know what they say though. Be careful what you wish for.
Come on, Hari. That woman was cheating on her husband too. It was just a huge mess. You can hardly blame me for what I did.
Ah, I almost forgot. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Trainer is out looking for you. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure he is preparing some legal action for incurring damages to his family. You did impregnate his wife after all. You're not very smart, are you, Tom?
What? He's coming after me? What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure he's quite well off too. So, if it does come down to a court case, it's not exactly good news for you.
Hari, you put him up to this, didn't you? Why would you do that?
Hey, I just wanted to make things right, okay? Besides, why the hell would I protect a pathetic, lying cheater like you? Give me one good reason, I'll wait.
We are married. We love each other. These are reasons enough.
We were married. I'm not even sure if I truly loved you back then. Haha. Anyway, it's over now. Goodbye, Tom, you despicable person.
Over the next few months, Hari successfully acquired the ownership of the house from Tom's family through a completely legal transfer of property. Tom went back to Lincoln, where his parents resided, and made sincere attempts to persuade them to reconsider their decision regarding the house. However, they had firmly decided and disapproved of Tom's actions to such an extent that they refused to grant the house rights to Hari, perceiving it as an act of desperation. Deprived of a place to call home, Tom found himself relying on the generosity of one of his young, unmarried colleagues, crashing on their couch night after night in their apartment. After some time, Tom overstayed his welcome, and his coworker had to make the difficult decision of asking him to leave the apartment. Following that, he found himself staying in budget motels that attracted questionable individuals at all hours of the night. Regarding Mr. Trainer, Tom managed to resolve the dispute through an out-of-court settlement. However, this meant that he was now obligated to make monthly payments, accompanied by exorbitant interest rates in case he failed to meet the requirements. It was truly unfortunate. Hari managed to make a significant profit by selling the house that Tom's parents had transferred to her. This enabled her to move to a more desirable condo in a prime location near the city center. There, Hari contemplated the lost time with Tom, but ultimately felt a sense of relief for escaping the situation relatively unharmed.
Mom! Are you there? Please respond because I need a hand with something. How could you be thinking about doing, Mom, at the moment? Mom, are you seriously going to Lewis's home for the marriage ceremony money?
I'm here, sweetheart, and what's going wrong with that? You are my daughter, therefore if Lewis is honest about choosing you as his wife and getting married to you, there shouldn't be a concern. It was not unusual at all for him to spend money in order to get my beloved daughter engaged.
What? How can you really believe that Mom's attitude was not at all natural?
Well, Wendy, I've been taking care of you all these years, and I think it's time for you to show some appreciation. I would like you to send me $80,000 for everything I've done for you.
Mom, your thinking is so ridiculous. Come on, you're making him spend $80,000 to be married to me? That's absurd. Mom, $80,000 is a huge amount of money. I understand that you've been there for me, but I don't think I can afford to give you that much. He didn't even let me know that you were hoping for any kind of money either, which is something I had never heard of ever.
Wendy, I have sacrificed so much for you, and I think it's only fair that you compensate me for my efforts.
This is the amount I believe I deserve for all the care and support I have provided.
Oh, stop it, Sharon. $80,000 is pretty inexpensive to marry my lovely daughter. I am aware best because I raised you, so the cheapest thing you can do is offer compensation for the fantastic job. I succeeded in forming exactly who you are now. I worked so hard to become a great girl. Should I have a part two? $80,000 is cheap, honey. Don't turn yourself into a rag. He ought to be grateful for all the effort that spent time making you the beautiful person you are now and want Mom to be satisfied as well.
What? Mom, you've got to be joking me if you mentioned that right here. Mom, I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I can't just hand over such a large sum of money. I have my own financial responsibilities and plans for the future.
I raised you, I supported you, and I have the right to ask for what I believe I deserve. I am your mother, and I deserve to be compensated for my efforts. It makes sense. He would be completely lacking in rational thought if he declined to give so much. Not to bring up how disrespectful that would be because your mother is his future wife. Considering where he was raised and the home he resides, I guess I wouldn't be overly shocked, but when you look at it, he may be quite the idiot. Let's be honest, Wendy, it's not likely he receives recognition for being a terrific man or anything.
Hey, that's still my fiancé's mom. Please stop talking terribly about him. And I'm not your cash machine, Mom. Not to add that his parents are wonderful individuals who treat me with such respect anytime I am visiting. Lewis's parents or you, Mom, aren't being cruel here. I disagree with some of what you pointed out. Furthermore, Lewis and I discussed our options and eventually decided against getting engaged. And Mom, don't make me like a money barter anymore. I'm old enough to understand your actions. Oh my, didn't I simply inform you about this? Did you ignore, Mom?
I didn't necessarily understand what you said, much less agree with it, but because I thought I might have heard you express something similar. Furthermore, since I helped shape who you are now by raising you, I feel that I should be compensated for my outstanding work. It would not be right if I received nothing in return for raising my children. Isn't it fair that I benefit from this agreement in some way?
How do you get off claiming that when it's not as you raised me every day and were around from the start? You just came, but you were really interested in my life that interfered with my choices.
What? Sharon, how can you disrespect your mother in such a tone? Do you have any kind of concept of the many sacrifices I have made for you during these years?
Is it true that she cares about me? Is she the one who understands that best? This is not a question. I always appeared like a secondary consideration to you, and you always prioritized taking care of yourself. Have you really considered it? Is it accurate to say that all you were doing was treasure my younger sister Lana?
What should you expect from me? Wendy.
You not one time demonstrated me how much you worried about me since all you thought for was her and your self-love or attention to me. I recall you forcing me to attend a high school that wasn't too expensive for you. You even prohibited me from attending any clubs so that you didn't have to pay for it. The saddest part was that you prohibited me from attending college as you said that it would only lead to being a financial waste for you. However, when the time arrived for your beloved Lana, you naturally permitted her to take classes in a private primary school because you didn't appear to worry about money at the time. I've noticed that you always show more affection and attention towards my sister Lana while neglecting me. It hurts to see that you prioritize her over me. But every time I suggested it, you declined to spend even a single dime. That's not right.
I am speechless at how you are treating me right now. Are you serious? The thing is, Lana's education expenses are much higher, and I have to prioritize her needs. That's why she gets to participate in clubs and has new clothes, even when it's not a special occasion. That's all, Wendy. You're over.
I find it hard to believe that the difference in our education expenses justifies such unequal treatment. I know for a fact that the amount spent on my education is equivalent to Lana's, yet she gets more privileges. It feels like you're being dishonest with me.
Wendy, it's not about being dishonest. Lana has always shown more interest in extracurricular activities, and I want to support her passions. I never intended to make you feel neglected or less loved.
However, how can I forget? You ruined all of my key high school exam results as if they had no value. All the time I spent studying was for useless after all. I wouldn't have been permitted to begin classes in high school if I hadn't seen you doing that before.
Oh no, your mother would never treat her beloved daughter in such a way. I am an appropriate mom. I frequently cleaned your room for you, for instance. Actually, it's your fault since I may have mistakenly thrown away some of the papers you left laying regarding on the floor when I was cleaning.
You must acknowledge that you burned all of my exam results and other documents that I required to apply to high school. Don't attempt to pretend that you were tidying up my space out of altruism or out of a desire to be an excellent mom to me. You even went so far as to toss away the resumes I worked tirelessly on while I was seeking for employment.
Wendy, enough already. You are seriously irritating my ears with your constant wailing. You are fortunate I don't spank you for speaking to your mother in this manner after everything I've done for you and how I raised you. When the time comes, do you believe it's appropriate for children to address their parents in this kind of rude manner? Would you ever permit your own children to address you in that manner?
Enough! I have never requested anything from you, and I won't do it now either. Do you think I've asked for anything too much? What if his future mother-in-law's treatment of her own daughter was the reason Louis wasn't interested in marrying me? What would you do? And now since you're asking him for money, I vow I will never forget you if you were the cause of his canceling.
I won't mind if he cancels as long as he pays me what I'm due, which is $80,000 for marrying you. Beyond that, I don't care. Additionally, if the two of you get married and he later decides to get a divorce, you may sue him for every advantage he has and truly profit from the arrangement. After all, you could end up being rather valuable for me after all, so maybe I will only be able to collect some of it.
I cannot believe you can speak to me in such a way, Mother. I am always your daughter. I am my mother's daughter, so she has to think for me, not try to extract money from me. Is this how you address your daughter, who is about to marry your future son-in-law? Or does she think I'm stupid so she can take whatever she wants from me?
Shut up. Whether you enjoy it or not, the fact that money is what keeps the world go around is a truth of life, and I've had enough of all your backtalk. I have no idea how many times I must remind you that I was the one who reared you so that you will listen to me and follow my instructions. I don't know what Louis finds in you when you speak like way, what a hideous daughter you can be. You should take a look at yourself so that Louis realizes your ugly appearance. Is he still in love with you?
Hey, sis! Are you there already? Quick poke? Have you heard what Mom has to say yet? If you haven't heard, let me notify you that it appears that the engagement has been formally canceled. It's such an amazing story. What the hell is going on?
I'm not at all shocked, I swear. She went to Lewis's and requested he give his mother $80,000 in order for him to marry me.
Wow! If he made that much, it would be incredible. Like Mom wants to sell you? Our mother is as astute as ever. Wouldn't you say that she's the best?
What in the name of Lana are you talking about? Just imagining her has given me cold chills all day long here. I had to dash over there and apologize to Mom for everything. Lewis and his parents needed to ask me to make up for what Mom done at this time. And I understand that Mom won't stop this because her greed is too great. I suppose they might pay attention to me, but I'm no longer sure whether Lewis and I will make it through our wedding without incident in the wake of this. Lewis's mother was unusually kind. She made a lot of effort to put herself in her mother's position and consider things from her viewpoint. But I'm not sure how much more they can put up with Mom's condition.
Wendy, of course this is to be predicted. You're correct who tells when Lewis and his parents are going to decide they've had enough of their mother's antics.
Right, if it occurs, I have no idea what I would do. How do you feel, sis? I have no idea what to do since this is how my mother has always treated me before I was a young child and I have grown accustomed to it. Our mom is now full of time with money. I have no way to change her mind. I am unsure how much longer I can put up with her. I believe I've finally reached my breaking point.
Well, big sister, if that's exactly how you feel, you should hasten to be married. That appears to be your sole choice, especially given that you haven't been talking exclusively about it lately. Oh wait, when is the wedding once more?
We temporarily put it on hold, but if all goes as planned, it is scheduled for next February. Remember? Because we felt it would be wonderful if we got it on our anniversary, we decided on that month. But now that Mom is causing all of this trouble, I'm beginning to believe that the earlier we get married, the better.
That's correct. Next February is far too soon for you to be married, therefore the sooner the better. Like you stated, Mom will simply keep interfering with your and Lewis's plans and getting in the way. Be reasonable, sis, since Mom will use the circumstance at every opportunity.
Utilization of me. You are correct. Lana is what she is, there is no disputing it at this point. Lewis and I need to discuss about bringing the wedding date ahead, I believe.
Exactly, if you have any doubts, you can be certain that Mom would respond negatively again. Even though, in my opinion, things around here are a lot much fascinating and enjoyable when she performs these pranks.
Come on, Lana, you should be on my team here. Please refrain from saying such heinous things to your sister. You are aware of how much I am suffering. It would be good to be able to depend on you a little bit, especially considering that my mother has been a pain in my side since I was a baby.
Maybe, but from my perspective, she isn't at all a pain in the neck. Sorry, Wendy, but I love Mom and believe she is the best. She has always loved me and educated me how adorable I am.
She's obviously perfect in your eyes, I'm sure of it. Given how much Mom loves you and has showered you with attention for as long as you can remember, I guess I can't really hold that against you.
You were right on the money, you really did. She's been so kind to me. Therefore, I hope you'll pardon me for watching your wedding, if it occurs at all, from the sidelines, knowing that your mother never showed you any love. After all the preparing for the wedding, Paul, and you will have to do for the ceremony and celebration, I have a sense you won't be able to get past it all without help from Mom.
What? Really? What do you actually think, Lana?
Yes, I am eagerly anticipating this wedding and can't wait to see how everything plays out. Currently, I kind of wish it goes down in history as the most entertaining wedding ever.
Oh my goodness, this wedding is far more rundown and gloomy than I could have ever imagined. Yet, I suppose that is what you get for putting together a wedding so soon, considering how unattractive the ceremony will be. You should be embarrassed for putting your family and friends to such a degrading event. I can assure you that they are all irritated by your presence alone.
Hey Mom, what are you already trying to pull? Today is the day of my wedding. Additionally, what's up with your outfit? Are you really wearing that before you start criticizing your daughter on her wedding day?
What? Are you trying to suggest that the outfit I selected to wear today is odd in any way? The least I can do is wear a fancy dress to this ludicrous occasion because I am your mother, don't you think?
You have got to be kidding me if you consider that a formal outfit, Mom. What do you want to say? For crying out loud, you're wearing a morning dress and appear to have just left a hot dance dress. What on earth are you doing showing up to your daughter's wedding in that attire? All it took for me to recognize you was a fleeting glance at you as you stood in the waiting area, absolutely out of place.
Do you think this dress would be appropriate for a wedding, then? Since I still had this item, which I had purchased over 10 years ago, languishing in the back of my wardrobe, I figured now would be the ideal time to bring it out. You must admit that it still looks wonderful on your mom after 10 years.
Stop this! Mom, enough with the jokes! I find it unacceptable that you would attend my wedding dressed like that. Why would my own mother arrive in such a manner? It's almost humiliating for me. Don't you have any sense at all? Do you truly despise me so much that you would go to such lengths on the day of my wedding? On my wedding day of all days, I didn't believe you disliked me enough to do this to me. I didn't anticipate you would come to this.
Hey Wendy, cut it out. What on earth are you doing suddenly being so angry? In particular, at your mother. Do you think I would do that if I believed this was a lovely formal dress and it fit me in my own way? I wouldn't go so far as to humiliate you on your wedding day by dressing as if it were a funeral. What do you think of me?
Is this thing on, man? Take a look at you, you're sporting a hot dancing outfit. How can you claim that you don't despise me when you arrive at my wedding in such a manner? I have no idea who you are. I'm not sure what you're attempting to accomplish here, Mom.
Okay, good. I'll tell you the truth if it stops your endless ranting. As your mother, it is the day I contemplated severing all connections with you.
Wait! Is this thing on, man? Mom? With me? Do you wish to end our mother-daughter relationship?
That is correct. I want to sever everything between us. It's enough already. I wish I had done it sooner because I no longer want to be your mother or consider you to be my daughter. I have wanted to do this for a very, very long time. I own all I need and my pride and delight. What a wonderful daughter Lana is, she is flawless in every aspect. At the end of the day, you are nothing more than a piece of garbage, and you are entirely useless to me. I no longer need you.
What? Do you mean to say this to me right now, Mom?
Nonetheless, I had to give birth to you. Therefore, I was forced to endure parenting you for as long I had to, but that is now over. Doesn't it now make obvious why I patiently waited so long for you to be married and leave me alone? Finally, that day has here. Hooray! Damn, it's about time. What a lovely day it is. The day when I can end our relationship and get you permanently out of my life.
Mom, just a second please. I knew you despised me, yet I still find it hard to accept your comments. Although I try, I am not the ideal daughter. Lana is as attractive as an actress or a singer, therefore you must take care of her at all times. But Mom, I simply can't believe you are being so nasty to me. You mean to tell me that you despise me so much that you want to end our relationship? Do you really hate me that much?
That is correct. I abhor you. I loathe you. You disgust me. I just want to concentrate all of my attention and efforts on Lana going forward. With all of my heart, I adore her. An additional explanation why I need you out of my life is because you would interfere with my work with Lana. I don't need you around to mess her up the way you've always messed yourself up.
You want to tell me that by merely existing and being in your presence, I am a burden to you? You're very rude. Like Lana, I am your daughter. You are both of our mothers because you gave birth to us both.
Oh, stop it. Enough with the drama. Grow up, I don't have to love you unconditionally or anything like that simply because you are my daughter. I can love you whatever I want since I'm your mommy. I have the option to choose not to love you in the same way.
You're very rude. You are awful.
Oh, please stop acting like I'm the only evil man around. Your father also didn't show you any love at all. But wait, there's more. The more I think about it, the more there is. Lana, my genuine lovely daughter, doesn't love you either. It is correct. Your father and little sister don't care about you. You are just seen as a burden by the entire family. You and every time you are around any of us are intolerable to us all.
Really? Are you serious, Mom, about that? Do you all detest me? Dad and Lana as well?
That is correct. However, as of today, you are no longer my daughter, and we are done. I won't have to put up with seeing your face again after today. I'm wearing this clothing for that purpose. I dress like I'm going to a hot dance because of this. Now you know why I thought this outfit was the perfect choice for today's occasion. Now that I've explained everything to you, you can finally understand it, even if you're as stupid as you are.
Mom will pay for what she did to me today. I'll wait, Wendy.
Wendy, don't you think people are treating me so unfairly? It's all because of you. You don't look back and dare to speak badly of me to everyone.
Mom, I received your message, and I understand that you feel ignored by everyone, from Lana to Dad, for the past month. But you have to realize that you are the one who created all these issues.
Wendy, I haven't done anything to deserve being treated this way. I've reached out to them, but no one responds to my messages.
Mom, you have to take responsibility for your actions. It was your choice to wear that provocative and inappropriate dress to my wedding. You could have chosen a different outfit, but you refused to listen. It's clear that you intentionally caused discomfort and embarrassment. That's why no one in the family supports you, and they have decided not to communicate with you until you truly acknowledge your mistake.
I don't agree with you, Wendy. I don't see why I should apologize or rectify anything. It's your responsibility to fix the situation.
I can't believe you're still not understanding the gravity of the situation. Your refusal to acknowledge your actions and their impact on our family shows a lack of respect and maturity. It's up to you to make amends and show genuine remorse. We are all hurt by your behavior, and we need you to take responsibility for the sake of our family's well-being.
I won't accept the blame, Wendy. I believe it's your responsibility to forgive and forget. I won't make any changes because I don't see any faults in my actions.
Mom, you're stubborn. Mom, respond to me. Since that incident, my mom hasn't reached out to me for help, and later I heard that she had moved somewhere else and couldn't be contacted.